As we proceed through the project, we only ever take action on the basis of a plan. We created the first plan, the initiation stage plan, at the end of the starting up a project process. And we created the major high-level but detail-light plan, the project plan, during initiating a project. And in the use of stage boundaries at the end of initiation, we created a detailed stage plan for the initiation stage. Anytime we capture an issue and we need to highlight it to the project board, and they potentially come back and say, this issue or this risk is of sufficient magnitude that we want to understand how to recover it, we create exception plans. When we get to the end of the project, we confirm that the benefits review plan, which was actually created over here, we consider that the benefits review plan is appropriate to the benefits realization activities that will have to follow after the project. Quality is integrated throughout the project by the creation of product descriptions. At the beginning of the project, in determining the project's desired outcome, we consider the quality criteria that will be used to judge the delivery at the end of the project. If the project board sanction the initiation stage, then we build a quality management strategy that is appropriately tailored to the products that will be produced. And as we go through each element of stage planning, we consider the quality criteria of the individual products to be produced, and we make clear in delegating and receiving a work package the quality criteria required and how they will be confirmed. During the execution of the work, we ensure that the work is being performed with quality processes that will deliver the quality result, and we monitor that through a number of different mechanisms such as the quality log. And finally, when we deliver the results, those delivered results are confirmed by their acceptance criteria being demonstrated as having been met. And at the end of the project, we do a survey to make sure that all products' quality criteria have been adequately met and been accepted by their acceptance authorities. We must also consider change. During the initiation stage, we set up a configuration management strategy, which includes the controls required for change control and the delegation of the change authority from the project board if appropriate, and the setting up of a change budget. Anytime we capture a risk or an issue, we're looking at the effect that it would have, the change that it would impose on the project if it's discretionary, or the effect that it has had if it's mandatory. Sometimes those changes are small enough that they can be handled within the project manager's tolerances, or the project board may change the tolerances and we merely perform corrective actions. At other times those changes are outside of the project manager's authority and the project board will ask for a recovery plan. And at other times those changes are outside the project board's authority and we'll have to go and talk to, or the exec will have to go and talk to, corporate and program management. At the end of a project, we look back across the project and we ask the question, how much change were we subjected to and how did we handle it? And that may well inform the change management processes and the lessons learned for future projects. And finally, progress. We set up in the controls the stage boundaries, and we set up in the controls the reporting regimes, and the project board confirms at the end of the initiation stage that the reporting strategy balances the cost and impact on them and everyone else of producing reports, reading reports and making decisions with the amount of control that's required. And work packages are delegated. We ensure that the receiving team members understand the reporting regime that's required of them, including the escalation mechanism that links them through progress reporting and exception reporting to off-plan situations. And then periodically, perhaps weekly, as the project team perform their work, they raise checkpoint reports to the project manager, who periodically, perhaps weekly or monthly, raises highlight reports to the project board to keep them informed as the project proceeds to plan. Because if it's not proceeding to plan, we'll be into the change management and escalation of exceptions processes. At the end of every stage, we will ask the question, are the controls and the reporting strategies that were put in place at the beginning of this stage appropriate for the next stage? And so we may change the reporting regime. We don't have to wait for an end of stage in order to change reporting scheme, but we certainly will at the end of every stage ask the question, is the reporting scheme satisfactory?